So there's 10 modules in the training program, and each module consists of a technical content paper, which in a sense is like the guidelines, and then a trainer's guide, workshop materials, which are the handouts and the background references, and the PowerPoints. So, as Anita and several others mentioned, the GRRT is kind of the genesis of the Tsunami Recovery Program and the Green Recovery Partnership. As the GRRT was being developed, we wanted to make sure that it included technical specialists from a lot of different backgrounds so that the GRRT could be used in other countries and other places. So the authors of each module have experience in Sudan and Darfur and Bolivia and many different places.
What are the opportunities you have to link with the national environmental policies, because the host country is the one who deciding on things most of the time. So you can't just rely upon on SPH standard or IFRC principle or whatever it is. So it's kind of a strong policy advocacy or whatever it is now. That's what we are learning. For example, setting up sites in Vaunia, for example. So how do you link these two? I think that's the most crucial issue in this point, because although you define standards as SPH standards, in reality you are not transplanting such kind of standards in different countries.
Of course, every training we are going, we talk about our role in the different stakeholders are in the field after a disaster. Every time we miss the government, because it's the biggest stakeholders with the law, with the rules, principles in the place. And it's where you are as a delegate, as patrol staff, you are going to work. I think there are different levels. There are a level of like a sphere standard that for me there is a big misunderstanding. It's at the minimum standards. It's not when you met the standard you are okay. No, you have at least you have to achieve this. So it's recognized everywhere. I mean, among the humanitarian organization, because it's a work done by humanitarian organization. It should be a big dissemination of the principle among all the countries, because I remember in 2005 in this country there was a big discussion with the government to show this book for the reconstruction. So the Sri Lankan government at the time, the Tafren rules was not meeting the principle of sphere standard. The humanitarian organization tried to deal with the government to modify this in order to have a minimum standard on the aid in the reconstruction.
So one of the effects on water bodies.
Effects on water?
Water bodies. And then the related ecosystems, mainly due to sanitation, the problems in sanitation, as it was pointed out. It's a problem all around the country. And then the effects on land degradation, which causes again in turn it affects water bodies as well through erosion and all, and then causes stability problems, and which leads to landslides and things like that. So land degradation might be caused by bad land use practices as well as deforestation and things like that. But the two key problems that I see is one the effects on water bodies, maybe surface or ground, and then the effects on land, which causes land degradation.
Sometimes you take into the conflict area with the wildlife, then you are creating a new disaster situation. We have seen in the southern part of Sri Lanka where you have reconstructed a new housing complex in the area where the elephants are roaming around. So then you are creating another conflict. So those kind of things have not looked at that time. I mean, just because we never had a huge disaster situation in Sri Lanka, probably because of that.